She'll keep him. Even if he's been cheating, she'll keep him. Because she wants to torture him. She's not done with that yet. She's got a lot more torturing to do. Hello, welcome back to Trash TV Review. My name is Dwight Gillespie. This is Trash TV Review, as I said. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button. Like it. Comment on it. Whether you like it or not, just comment on it. Just do it. Come on, you've done a lot of shit you didn't want to do in your life anyway. Listen, let's face it, that's why we're here, right? This is Trash TV Review, and on this particular channel, we review what I call Trash TV. This is, and I love it. Maury's my favorite. We're going to do a Maury today. We did a Wilkos last week. We're going to do a Maury today, and this is dramatic lie detector defense after cheating accusations by wife and brother. Well, that's a fucking title and a half, huh? I love it. But I love Maury because I love, and right here, like we got this thing up here, right? And we're going to do this first one. And you can see this chick. And then Walter and I were talking about it. And I said, Walter, tell me, what's this woman experiencing right now? Like, you can see it. This woman is pissed. Right? You see. And I also say she's a control freak. I tell you, just by looking at her, she's a control. She's going to find out that motherfucker's been lying all along. God damn it. She's going to make his life a living hell. Just to prove a point. I marry women like that. Yeah, okay, you were right. What are you going to do, eh? All right, you got me. Okay. Like, that was rocket science. Anyway, figure out I'm cheating. Or not cheating, lying anyway. Okay, so we're going to do this now. We'll get going. As I say, I love this. Without any further ado, I bring you the Maury Show. Okay.
Please welcome Stephanie back to the Maury Show.
Back to the Maury Show. We've been here before. I love them when they come. Look, it's still. You got it. When we move it, you see the eye twitch. If you look at the Pink Panther, the originals, I love it with the Inspector, Chief Inspector Dreyfus, and he got that little twitch from Peter Sellers. What a great series. Go watch those movies. They're hysterical.
Now.
Yay, she's been back. Yay.
Obviously,
her life sucks more than once.
Stephanie is not a happy camper because
think about what it takes to drag your significant other onto Maury for a lie detector test. Just think about where your fucking life is at. That's another thing we do here is we're trying to help you make better decisions in your life so you don't have to go on places like this, okay?
Backstage is her husband, Robert. Now, as a couple, this is their third.
Look at him. He's like, I don't know why I'm...
You see, their first two episodes were focused around determining the paternity of both of their children, Caleb and Nicole. But today they're back.
Hi, future sociopaths of America. This could be their initial mugshots for these kids, because this is pretty much what's going to happen here.
Because one of them has demanded that the other take a polygraph test.
There you go. Oh, that's why she's pissed.
Before I reveal who got grilled last night, take a look at the first two.
Grilled or drilled? I don't know. I don't know.
Appearances.
The first time we met Stephanie, she was here to prove to her husband, Robert, that he was the father of her son, Caleb.
Again, if you're doubting the paternity of a child, right? Like, what would keep you in that relationship, let alone have another one? Like, you already it's insanity.
Shockingly, Stephanie's brother, Edgar, was on Robert's side.
You are certain that
that's horrible. That's horrible. Come on, that's family, man. How do you do that? How do you do it? Just keep your mouth shut. Do you think your sister's cheating? No.
No. 2,000% sure. I know who I slept with, and it was him.
I know, kind of, sort of.
You told me that you were cheating on Robert behind his back.
Why do you deny this child?
Because he's putting it in my head that he's not mine. He's saying Stephanie slept around on me multiple times.
Robert.
Because Stephanie said she slept around on you most of the time.
You are.
Oh, God.
10 months later, Stephanie and Robert returned because Robert was now denying he fathered Stephanie's daughter, Nicole.
Again, what would keep you there? What would keep... she's a whore, she's this, she's that, but I'm going to stay with her and have another child with her.
You blame the aunt as much as you blame Robert.
Yes.
The aunt.
She's a bitch.
Now, your
She's a
brother,
bitch.
Edgar, right?
Yes.
Who was against you last time. Guess what?
He's on my side.
Edgar's your support system.
That's great. It's good.
So much like Robert. Look at this. The cheeks. The eyes. The chin.
And so seldom do I hear them say, I just didn't have sex with anybody else. Who cares what the kid looks like? Just to say, I didn't have sex with anybody else. I've been faithful in my relationship. No, it's always, look at the eyes. You see that lash? That lash on the right eye all the way at the end? He's got that same lash. So I'm pretty sure it's his kid.
Last time, and you're gonna look dumb today.
Gonna look dumb. I think everybody who comes here pretty much looks dumb. But anyway, here we go. Posturing.
In the case of 4-month-old Nicole, Robert, you are the father.
Oh, yeah.
So after the second show, Stephanie had an epiphany, like many other guests who appear on our show.
I could have had a V8. Yeah, she had an epiphany.
So Stephanie started to wonder if Robert's paternity accusations were just a smokescreen to cover up the fact that Robert's been unfaithful all along.
Couldn't be.
And she's not alone. Guess what? Brother Edgar is back. And
I think, this is what I think sometimes when I see shit like this, right? That these people are like fucking geniuses. They probably come, I don't know, Illinois, where somebody say, we could get a free trip to New York 3 times. Right? It'll get put up. It's Stamford, Connecticut, but it's close enough. You know, at night you can do the show. You run into the city. You have some fun. Free airfare, hotel accommodations, all that shit. Like, okay, the first time we go on, we'll question the paternity. We'll go on and question paternity. Then we'll do a couple lie detector tests. Edgar's on this side. Edgar's on that side.
he
And
now
we'll all go to
believes
New
that
York.
Robert is a cheater.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he demanded 2
Probably
DNA.
not. I don't think they're that
Demanded 2
smart.
DNA tests.
The
After
man-
he literally sat there, put me through all of that, embarrassed me,
Right.
and made
Embarrassed.
himself look a fool.
know what
And
that
if
means.
he is cheating, I'm literally gonna kick his ass out the door and not even play no more.
As if questioning the paternity of her 2 children wasn't enough to kick his ass out the door, right? Here's this man says, I know you've been getting fucked by other guys and those kids aren't mine. I'm not paying for them. Oh, yeah, I'll stay with him. But he better...
So you went home.
These
the
are the
last
decisions
time
we
after
make,
the
people.
paternity test.
Went home the last
and
time.
you were okay, right?
Everything
She's
was
still
okay.
angry.
Interacting with Caleb and Nicole, spending more time with her, letting them
that's
sleep
nice.
in.
Oh, that's
you know,
nice.
the stuff that I would like to have done.
Then it all
Almost like being a family.
started with a password for his phone.
All of a sudden, I went to look at his phone,
Yeah.
and it went off.
Which is wrong, by the way. I remember I had an ex, went through my wallet and found a phone number. And it really was innocuous. But I didn't care. I didn't even answer the accusation because you have no business going myself. I grew up, I'm one of 7 kids. And for a long period of my life, we lived in a two-bedroom house. And my sisters had a little thing on the back porch. There were like 5 of us in one room. And there was no privacy. And I was married before my second wife and I broke up 20 years. I never went in that woman's purse. Never went in her purse. She would ask me, could you get that out of my, and I would bring her the purse because I respect her personal property and her privacy. I would never do that shit. So once you go into the phone, he's right to have a password on it. If you don't trust somebody, if you trust them that little, don't be with them. Don't be with them. Oh, I got to go through your phone to make sure what? If my word isn't good enough for you, then I'm not answering those questions. I'm not going to do that. This woman's a control freak. And so is he. He's a jerk off too. I'm not letting him off the hook.
So I looked at his phone. I tried to put his password in. He changed the password, Maury. Changed the password.
And then, all of a sudden, you found some inappropriate pictures.
Found inappropriate pictures.
What does that mean?
Text messages. Look. What? What does she have that I don't?
What does she have that you don't have, honey? Hips. You're just like a barrel. Well, I'm not knocking it, but, look at these girls. Who can blame them? I want to pause this right here and take a quick look before I move along myself. These girls are smoking hot. I think it's the same chick. And let me tell you, I saw a picture of Robert. It ain't like he's bagging these girls right here. It ain't happening. He's just looking and, whatever.
Maury, obviously I have the same thing. What, am I not good
You
enough?
don't have the same thing, honey. You don't have the same thing. You don't.
You moved in with an aunt.
We
for a
moved
while.
in with an aunt.
Because we don't have enough money and we don't have enough jobs for 2 children.
Maury, let me
Right.
show you.
We can't take care of our kids, so we have to move in with family members to be taken care of, right? But we're going to keep making babies and doing all that. This is insanity. This is what breeds a mediocre life. What do we say? What's my catch thing? Cycle of mediocrity. I got to remember that. The cycle of mediocrity, and that's what this is. And people say, "Oh, it's a cycle of of poverty." Fuck poverty, man. It's a cycle of mediocrity. It's a cycle of just never of keeping that water right here, man. And life is full of drama and discontent. And you go from dramatic situation to dramatic situation, and it's all bullshit. And there's no rest. There's no relaxation. It's always something. And the kids always need something, and you always need something because you don't make enough money, and you don't do enough, and you don't do enough. Get off your fucking ass. Take accountability for your life. Stop making babies you can't afford, right? Stop being with people you don't trust. And that cycle of mediocrity, what do you think these kids are going to be in for? Let's face it, this is their parents. Parents constantly fighting, can't live on their own. What the fuck are these kids looking forward to in life? Another cycle of mediocrity, because that's all they're going to know, because that's all they've ever seen. Stop the bullshit and start living your life.
Hold on. I can't even touch this, Maury. It's disgusting to me because, let me show you.
You put gloves on?
Look at this.
Maury, it's so nasty. Like, seriously. Panties, Maury.
Okay, so what do you need? I found panties. The phone is locked. He's got pictures of these. Well, what do you need? Then fucking leave. Question the paternity of your two children. Like, what do you need to? What kind of boundary needs to be crossed in order for you to say enough of this bullshit? This guy's a fucking loser. He's a jerk off. I'm out. Oh, but I love him. I love him. You love somebody who questions the paternity of your children, who's got these panties, who adds the pictures, who doesn't trust you at all. I love him. Okay, good for you. Good for you. How's that working for you? How's that working, that love thing? Yeah, it's great. Again, this woman is rough, man.
Okay, all right. Now,
yeah, I get it. I don't care having you wave those dirty panties around in front of me either, smell that shit from here.
Close female friend.
Yes.
Right?
He said this. He said, hey, don't forget that somebody likes you. And then this bitch is really going to sit here and say, well, I seem to remember that somebody got married. What are you serious? Are you serious?
So again, like, what more do you need? Don't forget. And he just said likes. He didn't say, like to fuck you or loves you or anything. It's just somebody likes you. I like a lot of people. I like you, Walter. You're all right. I don't want to have sex with you. I mean, unless you're down for that, I don't know, What do they fuck? Enough of that.
Then they had some kind of raw photos exchanged between each other.
He sent a picture of his privates to her.
Oh, wow.
Innocent. I was trying to. I had lint in my belly button. And it looked like Richard Nixon. I was trying to get that. My junk slipped in there.
And then
Look, and she's even nice enough to have a tongue stud for him. You know that she does that for her man. There's only one reason why a chick has a tongue stud.
Ended up replying back with the picture of her own private. How can you say? Why would you sit there and do that?
Why? Why do you think?
He's going out to search for jobs,
Search for jobs. I didn't come home for 4 days because I was searching for a job. I thought I had one. I seen it on the road, and I chased it all the way to the next. Search for jobs.
You
get a fucking job.
Excuse
for him to cheat.
He's gone out hours of the day, from 9 a.m. to at least 11 o'clock at night, coming home, talking about, I'm searching for.
Boy, I look for a lot of jobs today. Because let's face it, if you looked in your own town like for 2 days and you didn't find anything, you got to expand your circle out,
For jobs, he'll be dressed for the interview, but then he'll come home in regular street clothes.
Yeah.
How are you going to come home in street clothes and then smell like another female? This is wrong.
Everybody, here's Robert.
We all know that about that greasy fish smell, right? Yeah. We've seen this in a lot of videos. Baby, I was eating fish. What is it? The halibut.
Robert, come on out.
The halibut just stink like you wouldn't believe.
Good to see you again.
Hey, Robert. How are you?
Why would you even do this?
Why would you? What?
I'm
Yeah.
not doing nothing.
Hit him.
I'm
Yeah.
faithful.
That's a
Kidding.
lie. That's a lie. Because you
100%
said it.
faithful.
Okay, then why would you send your privates? Why
Why?
would you?
Because that was a mess up on my part.
Because that was a mess up. I told you, it's the belly button lint, and it looked like Richard Nixon. So I wanted to show it to her, and then my dick slipped in there. I don't know how that got in the. It's just I got a big dick. What are you gonna do? Yeah, okay, it slipped. I was an accident.
That was a mess up.
And it was wrong of me. It was wrong of me.
We'll see
Yep,
today.
see?
Yeah.
Okay, Robert, when you changed your password, did you mess up there?
No.
No, I changed my password because my son Caleb
That's an
kept
excuse.
locking my phone. Kept locking my phone.
It's the kid's fault.
Because he's a smart. Because he's smart.
Do you get along with her brother, Edgar?
Somewhat, but not now.
Not now.
No, not now.
Just when we're fucking hoes together.
Because all he does is switch back and forth.
He's convinced that you're cheating.
I'm sure he is.
He said that when you visited him and
Because I am, you know? Edgar's not stupid.
Yeah, I told him let's go to a bar. Got a little drunk,
Yeah,
and then ended up
okay, you went to a bar.
talking to some girls, but I didn't do nothing sexual or nothing.
Nothing.
You're a cheater.
Nothing.
You're a
Nothing.
That.
Yes.
Is that
I did
innocent?
say that. I'm gonna admit it.
Yeah.
I
I'm
said
gonna
that.
admit it. I'm gonna because it's up here on the screen. I'm gonna admit that I did that. Yeah. Okay.
I
How
said
big
that,
of him?
I had a crush on her. That was before we got married. That was before we got married.
He thinks when you go on job interviews, you're really messing around with women.
No, I'm
No.
really walking around in
Then why
hot
did you smell like
heat.
perfume?
Hot
Why did you
heat.
smell like
Because my
perfume?
curve cologne.
Okay, no, that don't smell like
My
no
curve
damn
cologne.
curve.
Have you been taking money out of the account?
No, I have not.
Nothing. All right.
I've
No.
not taken
How
no
come
money out
the
of account.
intimacy with your wife has gone down? Because she's
Maybe because she yells at him like this. Maybe because she doesn't look like the chick in the pictures. Could be a lot of reasons. I'm going with the yelling though. Because I could put looks are one thing. Everybody, you're attracted to a certain thing or whatever like that. Looks are really secondary. It really is to me anyway. But when people act like that, I've been with hot girls that have attitudes like that I don't want to be with. Just see enough. When they come off with the yelling and the screaming and the enough. You ain't that hot. At the end of the day, you're going to want to talk. You're going to want to do something. And it's just not worth it,
on your case all the time? Is
Those
that
are women
why?
say, where are all the good men? Where are all the good men? They're all down the road that you chase them away. They have sex with you and then they leave. And I think we did another one about that too, because this is what happens. If you're going to sit there and be a certain way, and it's for guys too, guys that are scumbags. I don't understand why women don't stay. Well, maybe a quick story. My father-in-law was sitting there, and ex-father-in-law, one of my ex-father-in-laws, sitting there, and he says, the second wife, she's the one that got away, and I don't understand what went wrong there. And I said, you fathered 2 children by 2 different women while you were with her. And he looks, he goes, yeah, but I don't think she knew about it, so that couldn't have been a problem. I'm like really? The idea that the fact that you got 2 women pregnant at the time, that in itself, whether she knew about it or not, isn't an indicator of how you treated this woman, right? It didn't even dawn on him. I don't think she knows about that, so it couldn't have been a problem. It's just me wondering what happened. I had a heroin addiction. Well, it's not like I'm cheating on you, baby. It's just heroin.
Stuff from other women, but you can't even sit here and get it from me. When I ask,
Get it
when
from
I
you?
beg,
Get it from
when
you?
I beg,
Get it from
Really?
me.
when I
Yeah.
beg,
Really,
Why?
I try to offer to you. You don't want it because we ain't intimate like that.
no, because
And that's why I got to confide in these other
Right.
people.
And that's probably true too. Like she's you're an asshole, so I'm not giving it to you. And here she's like, oh yeah, I'm willing to get. No, you're not. No, you're not. Nah.
Talk to him because you're not.
Yeah, now she don't want to hear it. I love that.
Brother Edgar's backstage for the 3rd time he's going to be here,
Yeah.
and is livid about the
Free trip to
situation.
New
But
York.
before we meet him,
I'm in.
Robert, take a
Where do
look
I
because
sign?
he had a
Right?
message
I
for
already live here though.
Robert, you don't
If they move to
deserve
go,
my
if they go to
sister.
LA, I'm
I've been
in.
patient
Then
with you long enough, and
I'm
I'm done with your lying and
I'm not the
cheating
father
ways.
to somebody.
You are selfish, you are lazy, and you add no value to my sister's life. You will fail this test. And when you do, you will never see Stephanie or the kids ever again.
I doubt that though, because this girl's a control freak. She wants to be able to put her thumb down on this guy. She'll keep him, even if he's been cheating. She'll keep him because she wants to torture him. She's not done with that yet. She's got a lot more torturing to do.
Here's Edgar, everybody.
Hello, Edgar. I always like that name.
See you again, Edgar.
Good to see you again. Yo, why are you over here cheating on my sister?
I ain't cheating on your sister, bro.
Have a seat here, Edgar. Robert seemed to have an answer for everything. Why are
Everything.
you convinced that he's
Yeah.
cheating on her?
Because I used to be like him.
When
I
he went
used
out
to
with
be
you, he
like
was
him.
asking
Now I'm all grown up, Maury. I don't do that anymore.
for your help.
Oh,
in
yes,
meeting
most
women.
definitely. Most definitely.
Wow.
The moment he came out, he was like, yo, bro, let's hit the bar. Let's go talk to some girls.
why would you
and
condone
let's
it
get-
if you're her
Hey, you
brother,
know
though,
what?
right?
Hey,
But it's his defense. Why would you do it with me if you're her brother? You should have been the one to say no. Well, that never happened. He's delusional. No, it's like, well, it's your fault because you're her brother and you're supposed to stop me from doing that shit.
But
you
you're
know
her
what?
brother, but you
I
can
took
do
him
it.
out. I took him out.
You talked to one of his exes?
Oh, yeah.
What'd she say?
She was like, you know, when me and Robert were together, all he ever did was lie, cheat. I caught him multiple times.
At least he's consistent.
Different girls.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that.
You came to take your
not a cheater.
sister away from him. Is that it?
I'm not cheating.
I'm not cheating.
This is my sister.
He's
and I'm always
cheating.
gonna
Trust
protect
me.
my sister.
When the voice goes like that, he's definitely cheating.
Well, guess what?
If I pass this test, I'm done.
If I pass this test, it's right there. It's such a Freudian slip. If I pass this test, which would be a fucking miracle in itself, you better get your ass to church after that one, son.
You ain't gonna pass
and I'm
it.
done with your
You
brother.
ain't
You
gonna
better
pass
get
it.
out of my life.
You ain't gonna pass
And I'm
it.
gonna take you to
You
court.
So either way, he's done with them because if he don't pass it, he's done too. So either way, it's over.
Then get my kids.
Nope, you won't get us.
I think I might need some help here, Ralph.
Ralph, get ready, Ralph. You were
You ever
lying.
slept with a woman who sent you the sexy pictures? You said no. The lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
Thank you.
Mommy.
Thank you.
That's one. See, doing the happy dance. Men, if you get caught up on Maury, wait for all of them. Don't get cocky. Don't get cocky. I've seen it enough times.
Still got
Do
two
you
more.
sleep with other women when you claim to be looking for a job? You said no. The lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
Get it. Oh,
I can't, is anybody as shocked as I am? I was sure this guy would fail that. Man, if this guy didn't cop a blowjob somewhere, I'm going to be shocked. I got to pat him on the back, you know? I see this guy still got to go out and get a job. He said, I'm looking for a job. He was doing something in between there. He wasn't looking for no job. It ain't that fucking hard to find a job, people. I've been employed since I'm 9 years old, okay? It's not that difficult if you're willing to work. It is difficult if you want to go get one of those executive positions that pays you six figures a year at least, and you only got to do that 20-hour work week with no education. Yeah, those jobs are real hard to come by. That's what I'm looking for, baby. When I get it, I swear to God, I'll take it.
Password because you were communicating with women that you've slept with. You said no. The lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
It could be a sociopath, too, because they can pass these tests.
During your relationship, have you slept with your close female friend? You said no. The lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
Thank you. Thank you.
During your relationship with Stephanie, have you had sexual contact of any kind?
That's the
with
blowjob.
any other woman? You said no, Robert. And Ralph, the lie detector test determined
You were telling the truth.
Maybe he's gay. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's been seeing dudes on the side. I haven't slept with any other women. I promise.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look at her. She's pissed that he passed the test. She's pissed.
Wait a minute. He just proved that he
He
was
may have
telling.
proved, Maury, but when he sat there and said, if I pass it, I'm still going to get my stuff and I'm still going to leave. Okay, bye. You want to go? I'm not going to
Accusing
stop
me.
you.
I'm not doing
I'm
nothing.
not going to stop
Got the
you.
facts. I ain't doing nothing.
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't got no job. He ain't got no money. He ain't going nowhere, man. He's going to be a house husband.
Doesn't sound like you want to be with him anyway.
I do.
Thank you.
I
I
do.
do.
But I'm not
I love him.
going to sit here and keep
This is the man she loves. This is what. Yeah, I love him. Yeah.
somebody in a relationship that they don't want to be in. It don't matter.
Here we go. We're backstage now, yeah? This is what these people do 24/7.
You want to believe your brother?
That's it.
Okay, then go back there.
Yeah. They're addicted to this. They are addicted to this drama. We're good with this now. They're addicted to this shit. They can't live without it. Some people are like that. They have to have this fucking drama. Man, peace. I want peace, man. I got to tell you something. I've done a lot of shit and I've been addicted to a lot of different things. And the one thing, as I get older and as I get further in my own personal recovery and everything, I understand what I was looking for all those years of trying to fill that void is the inner peace. Like I had no inner peace. It was this constant turmoil. That was me, like arguing, fighting about everything, constantly having to have that irritation to know that somebody cared, because it's really what it is. It lets you know something cares about me, right? Care about yourself. Live a better life. You'll get in better relationships. You'll meet healthier people. You'll meet people who can meet you halfway in a relationship, because that's really what it should be, right? Is that they bring something to the table and you bring something to the table and you share it. That's another thing we did on the Change Your Life was preparing to give what you expect to get in a relationship. And if what you expect to give is nothing but heartache and distrust and all of these other things, if this is what you're going to give, then that's what you're going to get, because that's the way these things work. Opposites don't attract, and givers will always find the takers. Takers find the givers. That's as opposite as it's going to get. But it's always a sick relationship, and that drama is always present. And if you want that to end, you have to end the way you look at it inside yourself, the paradigms, as Stephen Covey said. Great book, by the way, and we'll discuss that too at some point. It's the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. A wonderful book. It talks about changing the paradigms, how you see yourself. Because these people right here, this is how they see themselves. They see themselves as deserving this. This woman is with a man. Look, my Siri is listening. You see that? Look at this. That's scary, isn't it? Like, she's listening. She's always listening. But these people see themselves this way. This man doesn't work. He accuses her of cheating and other people fathering his children, and that's not enough. And she brings him on here, and she thinks he's cheating, and they yell at each other constantly, and there's no trust, there's no nothing. And if he went out and got a job and I'll say it, and became a real man, because that's what men should do. Like, I really believe that. Look, men and women, we have roles in this society. And I don't care. Look, men want to dress up like girls and whatever. I'm okay with that, all that stuff. I don't care who you sleep with. Like, all of that stuff is okay for consenting adults. It's fine. But a man provides. He provides for his family, and this guy isn't providing at all. And I'm not saying that a guy has to do that and a woman can't work. I don't mean that at all. But she doesn't seem to have any career either. If a guy's with a woman, she's got a good career, she's whatever she's doing, that's fine. He's a house husband. I don't see any problem with that. But when you're both sitting home collecting a check, and neither one of you works, and what are you showing your kids? And all you have time to do is have suspicion, is sit here and point fingers at each other and hate and have drama, because there's nothing else going on in your life. Anyway, I hope you learned something today. If you did, share it with a friend. If you didn't, share it with a friend. Comment, say I didn't learn anything, because we say a lot on this channel as well. Some people they say live and learn. Most people, they just live. There's no learning. My name is Dwight Gillespie. This is Trash TV Review. I want to thank you for tuning in. Have a great week. Enjoy. We post every Thursday, just so you know. You hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification button. We'll let you know on the Thursdays when it comes out, so you can be one of the first to take a look and comment and all that good stuff. And by all means, comment and tune in next time. We'll see you. Thank you. Be well.